battlers and girls at PvP. I am honored to start off this PvP 101 series brought to you by Go Stadium. You can follow Go Stadium on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Discord. My name is MathMagician10, and you can follow me on Twitter at MathMagic10. And this is the PvP 101 series. Ideally, this series is these videos that we're putting out are for new battlers trying to get into the PvP scene, trying to get into Go Stadium, or trying to get into Go Battle League, as well as veteran players who are looking to improve their skills. So really, this video is for everyone, and I'm glad that you're all here. So here are the topics that we'll be covering in today's video. How is PvP or player versus player different from the main series game? How is PvP different from the raids and the gym battles that we've all been familiar with for the past, almost 3 years, as well as the different leagues that we can play into. So with the main series, let's start here. We've all, or most of us, have played the main series for 20 years now. We get to battle computers, we get to battle our best friends, and we get to bring 6 of our favorite Pokemon to battle, right? But for PvP, we don't get to bring 6. We get to bring 3, right? You and your opponent gets to bring 3 each. In the main series games, we get to use items. We get to switch freely during battles. We have status effects like paralyze and poison and burn and even sleep. We have Pokemon abilities to help us, aid into battles. But in Pokemon Go, we don't have any of that. We have shields, right, to help protect us in battles. This is really our only line of defense. We have 2 charge moves that we can use. We have a fast move where we can tap on the screen and activate a fast move. Some charge moves has status effects. Many don't. Pokemon in this game don't have abilities, but maybe one day we will have them. Both games are turn-based. Pokemon Go, each turn is a tap on the screen. In the main series, each turn is an action that we use. However, with this, I think Pokemon Go, like the Go Battle League and the battle system that we have, this is the closest thing to real life battles as we can get. Until Niantic does something amazing with their AR technology, this is the closest thing, and this is actually pretty awesome. For the past several years now, we've been playing Pokemon Go through raids and gym battles, right? So what are the differences here? Well, unlike raids and gym battles, right, we can't dodge. There's no dodging, right? Like we swipe left or right to dodge, the charge moves from the raid bosses. Yeah, we can't do that in battles. We only get shields. That's all we got for defense. We see that in the raids and gym battles, there's a timer that's prominently displayed to tell you how much time that you have. We don't get that for PvP. There is a 4-minute timer into each of the battles. There are timers in different aspects of the game, like how long a charge move is, how long do you have to switch into a Pokemon, and when we use the switch button, where we can switch at any point in the game, there's actually a 1-minute timer that we have to be locked in, so we can't switch whenever we want. We have to be very careful of when we want to switch, as well as we have to be careful of what we're using our shields against. Okay, in raids and gym battles, you also get to see the typing of your Pokemon in the raid boss. So this is a great aid to help trainers understand what's something weak against, what's strong against these raid bosses. we don't get that indication in PvP, right? We just have to understand what our typings are from memory and from studying. So maybe in the future we'll get this nifty little aid in battles, but who knows? And let's see. Oh, another main difference is that in raids and gym battles, you get to have your friends and people in your community help you fight the raid bosses and fight to take down gyms. But in PvP, it's player versus player. It's one-on-one. It's you versus your opponent, and it's a thrilling, exciting battle between wit and your ability to understand how Pokemon and like that relationship works, right? It's an amazing experience. Leagues. So what are the different type of leagues that you can play in? You can play into Great League, which is the max CP of the Pokemon is 1500. You can play into Ultra League, where the max CP of the Pokemon is 2500. Master League, there's no limit at all. And there are these things called individual values, or IVs, as people in the community like to call them, and they affect the performance of the Pokemon in the game as well. So I want to give you, this brief introduction into IVs, just as an example, just to give you guys an idea of what they are. So here are two Blastoise examples. One is CP 1479, and its IVs, when you run the appraisal, let's see, Spark is telling us that this Blastoise is amazing, right? It has, maxed out in attack, maxed out in defense, maxed out in HP. And then the Blastoise on the left, it has a CP of 1493, and Spark is telling us that its appraisal, well, it's not so great. Look, there's no stars. Attack is very low. Defense is, quite high. HP is, somewhere in the middle, right? And so, what are the difference between these two if I were to use this in, Great League? Because the max CP is 1500. Well, you can see that the Blastoise on the right, I can't power it up any higher than 1479 because once I try to power it up one more time, it would actually go over 1500, and I can't use that Blastoise anymore. Whereas for the Blastoise on the left, you'll see that its CP is 1493, and that's actually a lot closer to 1500 than, the 1479. Well, you're probably asking, okay, does that make a big difference? And, well, yeah, look at it. Here's the Blastoise at 126 HP on the left, and then on the right, it has a HP of 124, right? And that 2 HP difference could mean a lot in a game. And now you're probably wondering, okay, does that really matter? Well, in most cases, no, but in a lot of cases, yes, it really does. And without getting into the whole logistics of it, we'll save it for a future video, but just understand that you want to get, right, as close to 1500 CP as possible in order for your Pokemons to perform well. Okay, that's the general rule. And then now you're probably wondering, okay, be real with me. What IVs do we want for each league? Okay, well, from the example above, the general rule is that low attack and high defense and HP are great for Great League and Ultra League. Because Master League has no limit, right? Ideally, you want Pokemon at level 40, right? And then when you're at level 40, or, Best Buds, if you want Best Buds, what's that level now? That would be level 41, right? Then you want max IVs. You want the best possible IVs for the Pokemon in order for them to do well, these are the general rules. Again, more on that in a future video. However, there are some Pokemons that you can't quite get these IVs, right? For example, mythical Pokemon like Deoxys or Mew or Celebi. These are Pokemons that you cannot trade, okay? And so their CP minimum is 10. When you're trading with friends, great, ultra, best friends, the IV floor is, well, it won't be 0, right? So these are things that you have to keep account for. You're probably wondering, okay, is this really essential? Again, yes and no. But again, future video, okay? Well, this has definitely been great talking to all of you. Our next video will be discussing on terminology in PvP, what makes a Pokemon good, how to count fast moves. This is definitely essential for beginners and experts. And team building, right? What makes a good team, how to make a good line of 3 so that you can bring a competitive edge to your opponents. Again, I want to, remind all of you that the content created here is a curriculum created by Twastel, Valor Ash, who are both excellent and, masterful trainers, great coaches, as well as myself, Math Magician 10. Video content is created by Go Stadium, battle analysts, coaches, and many more. All videos will be edited by Jay Devon, and essentially, we want this for the community and by the community. So we hope that you, take a lot of this information, have great notes, and, become the best that you can be. So follow us on Twitter, hit that like button, subscribe on YouTube, and we'll see you all next time.